Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Trump's Medicare confusion. The confusion over what Trump plans to do with some of the consequential programs in the United States is growing. The reason for the growth is Trump's less than consistent messaging on the topic. Recently, a White House statement said, quote, "The Trump administration is committed to protecting Medicare and Medicaid while slashing the waste, fraud, and abuse within those programs. Reforms that will increase efficiency and improve care for beneficiaries." Then later, it was updated to remove references to Medicare. Trump himself said, quote, "Social Security won't be touched, other than if there's fraud or something. It's going to be strengthened. Medicare, Medicaid, none of that stuff is going to be touched." Hours later, he endorsed a House plan that would gut Medicaid to pay for Trump's signature projects. Now, we have rumor mill news that says Trump's team will not be extending Medicare telehealth, which is a service used more and more. Now, most people will see that as a cut, though the Trump team will probably frame it as simply not extending something. This is something we don't actually have final word on from the MAGAverse yet. So, with all the conflicting messaging, what are you supposed to believe? Especially if you're one of the millions of Americans who depend on these programs for survival. You should believe that Trump will stay true to form. Whatever is most politically expedient at the moment will probably be the course of action. He can't run again. Who do you think is more politically important to him? A bunch of voters who need Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security? Or wealthy people who he sees at his club who want tax cuts? So, what should you expect? Some of this will have to go through Congress, which means it would have to go through the Senate, which means Democrats can actually stop some of the more drastic changes to some programs. But it's important to remember that there aren't a lot of roadblocks to him enacting whatever agenda he wants right now. If I had to guess, they'll push hard for Medicaid cuts, but I think the backlash will make them reconsider Medicare. But that's just a gut feeling. We're not going to have a clear picture of how bad it will get or how far Trump can take the cuts until we get a Supreme Court ruling, one that tells us whether or not Trump can actually withhold congressionally appropriated funding from agencies. That's really going to be the deciding factor. Now, the plain reading on this is very simple. Congress controls the purse strings, but the Supreme Court has been very sympathetic to Trump in the past. So, while in a normal timeline, the outcome of a president saying, "I control the money," would be easy to predict, it isn't right now. It's going to be a lot of wait and see and anxiety on this one. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.